What's going on, Jerome's beautiful Sunday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news dump. Actually, birds probably not chirping. It's rainy. It's cold. It's been like 75,000 mile an hour winds here in the great state of Minnesota. It's almost like it's Montana, right? So it's funny. So we got some friends who live out in Montana, and they're like old school, like third or fourth generation Montanans. Mounts. But they said with Yellowstone, like all the tourists are coming in. Some people are moving there for like second home stuff. It's literally the plot of Yellowstone in real time because of the show Yellowstone. It's kind of funny, man. But basically, they say that it's 8 months of winter. That tracks. Yeah. Also windy as hell because of the plains besides the mountains and stuff. But anyways, Vikings, hey, JJ2JJ is going to be in full effect now. I've already started to be a little bit tired of that, but of course, so it's weird is that the Vikings with their schedule early on, they basically go through all the other networks besides Fox. Fox is the normal broadcaster for the NFC at this moment in time, but the Vikings don't really get on Fox until later on because they got the Bengals on CBS week 3. So I think it's week 7, right? Because the networks usually follow the traveling team. All right, so the Bengals being the AFC, they got CBS. Of course, ESPN, NBC, NFL Network for both of the two overseas games. So we're going to get different networks and different announcers basically every single week up until week 9. Then we'll get some repeat Fox, but it's going to be every single one of them. Joe Buck, Tirico, Ian Eagle. Then Rich Eisen or whoever they got for NFL Network is going to be like JJ2JJ. Just thinking like they discovered cold fusion. It's like, I'm the first person to think about that because it's Jonathan James to Justin Jefferson. No, but it's okay. Honestly, if they average a touchdown a game or more, I'm okay with it. They can use all their puns. I don't really care. Something I do care about is Tai Felton. The more you scratch Tai Felton's lotto ticket, you think that the Vikings won the jackpot because Felton brings a long speed element, also yards after catch, is super slippery. Needs to add some weight, but we can do that in the great state of Minnesota. The great Minnesota get together. State Fair, do it up. But Tai Felton rocking the 1-3. Was at the NFL rookie premiere out in LA. Yeah, fistful of rookies got together, taking some pictures for some trading cards and all that stuff. And Tai Felton's looking good, man. Like, he's just got that. He's just got some aura. Plus, I think 13 is a solid receiver number. Behind the whole OBJ thing, but no. Also, the handful of rookies out there. Felton was the only one of the Vikings who attended. Also, I don't see many linemen. Right? Is this like a no offensive lineman event? Is that why Donovan Jackson isn't there? Whatever. It's skill players, it's corners, and it's pass rushers, man. That's BS. That's all I'm saying, man. But some highlights here. So Cam Skattebo, he's looking good. Trevin Henderson looking jacked too, by the way. Love that. But so with Skattebo, like, I think 44 was a bad choice. Like, I know that he wore number 4 at Arizona State, but I don't know. Like Fofo is just it just looks slow. Like it's a fullback number, and yeah, I know that Cam Skattebo isn't the most fleet of foot, but it's like when you see 44, you see John Riggins or Tommy Vardell, all right? Or some of the draft comps had him comp to Matt Asiata. Not really a power back, not really a speed back, not really a whatever, but can get it done. He's never beating these Asiata comparisons. Athriata. Right? Because if he scores a touchdown, he's scoring 3. It's good times, man. Also, so I found this out. Like, 4 is an unlucky number, I believe, to Chinese people because the Mandarin character for 4 looks like a gravestone. So they assume number 4 is depth. That's why it was bad when Kobe changed from 8 to 24. But I don't know. So Cam, hey, probably won't be learning Chinese anytime soon, buddy. Not marketable. Anyways, but also pictured here is the 2025 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year and Ashton Genty. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Tai Felton 1-3, 13 touchdowns total. Got 1 rushing touchdown. You got 10 receiving touchdowns. You got 2 return touchdowns. Woo. Let's go, man. Also, 9 receiving touchdowns, 2 return touchdowns, a rushing touchdown on a jet sweep, also a scoop and score with him being a punt gunner, like Vince Papale Invincible style touchdown. Let's go, baby. But yeah, Gentry's going to be so good, man, because Pete wants to run the ball. They're going to run the ball. All right, and I think that the Raiders do have some pieces. I think Geno is a really solid pickup for them, so they can have him for a couple years. But I mean, Genty's going to be a dude, man. It's going to be good. Whereas, like, well, what about his caliber of competition? Look at the caliber of talent he had around him at Boise State, right? But yeah. Also, Shador Sanders. So Shador, actually, the 12 looks fine. You know what I mean? I'm kind of glad that he didn't take 2, because remember, DeAndre Carter has number 2, even though he's a journeyman receiver who's never worn number 2 in his career. But I feel like 2 just has that Johnny Manziel, Tim Couch aura. Now, Tim Couch wouldn't have been a bust if he didn't get hurt. Like, Bruce Arians was his quarterback's coach. Like, Tim Couch could sling him, man. But he got hurt. But Shador, I mean, the 12, it's inverse of his pop's number 21. And I'm rooting for Shador. Like, I never had issue with Shador. I think that he was definitely overhyped by the media. And, like, Mel Kiper Jr. completely shat himself on national TV over and over and over again. And I disliked that they made the draft coverage about Shador and him falling. But did he deserve to fall to the 5th round? Probably not. But I understand why teams pass on him. But I think that the Browns could have gotten a steal. Like, if he gets his mind right, if he takes this draft disrespect and puts a chip on his shoulder and matures, becomes a great teammate, and goes from there. Like, I think that he does have talent. Do I think that he's going to be a star? Remains to be seen. But I think that he could be a serviceable starter in this league. I really do. Also, a couple tight ends. Colston Loveland. Hey, sorry, buddy. All right, so the Bears have 97,000 tight ends. Chicago is literally a place where quarterbacks go to die. So, hey, we know you're looking for some balls, but they ain't coming your way, man. All right, Caleb's going to get skittish. He's going to go out there try and play hero ball. He's going to get sacked 70 times again, and you're just going to be like, you're going to look across the division at your guy, Jonathan James McCarthy, and be like, in the arms of an angel. Hey, you can join us as a free agent. All right, the Vikings are really good at trading for tight ends in division, so especially top 10 drafted tight ends. Also, to Loveland's right, our left, is Jordan Taylor coming out of LSU, Skull SU going on. Joy Taylor's nephew. There we go. There's no other family notes. Also, Travis Hunter's looking really damn good. Travis Hunter's a dude, man. He's a freaking baller. I think that the whole playing both ways full time is overblown. Like, there's no way he's going to be able to do that. Not just because the body literally cannot play 110 snaps a game, but also game prep. Like, it's really tough to have fully buy into 2 separate game plans every single week. Right? There's just not enough bandwidth, not enough hours in the day. But Hunter's looking good in the 1-2. But the Jaguars need to adopt their McCardle era throwbacks, and yes, that's the official name, as their full-time primary home uniforms. Just do that. Like the Jaguar on the side, come on. Like, what's that cat reaching for? Got cat scratch fever? Come on. Plus, I don't know, just look good. Maybe it's McCardle. I mean, if we had a picture of Mark Brunell, maybe we don't have the same vibe, but I don't know. Also, Cam Ward's looking good. So everyone poo-pooed on this draft class, and we certainly did too. But the more that you got to know Cam Ward, especially those videos with Cam Ward and Shador Sanders talking junk, where Shador was very clearly distracted by things that the game brings, the fame, all that stuff. But Cam Ward is strictly about football. He's strictly about ball. He's no nonsense. And, watch some of his games, actually almost all of his games at Miami, just seeing him interact with his teammates on the side. Like, he is a dude who, no nonsense, stands on business. And it's like, hey, get with my program or get the hell out of the way. He honestly, his leadership sort of reminds me of C.J. Stroud. Just a very by the book, we're going to go do this, let's go get it out. Like, Cam Ward has a chance to be good. Right, looking forward to seeing how his career pans out. Also, looking forward to see how JJ McCarthy's career pans out. Now, again, the competitive advantage of having your starter on his rookie deal is the cap. Right, that's exactly what the 49ers were able to do with Brock Purdy before he got paid. And McCarthy, they got 3 years before that fifth-year option comes in, and 3 years to make some hay. Vikes fan page, JJ McCarthy's $4.9 million cap hit is the fifth lowest amongst starting quarterbacks in the NFL for the 2025 season. Those below it, Bo Nix, drafted right after him. Then the Steelers, Browns, and Saints starters will be below him as well. So, I mean, that's why the Vikings were able to spend up in free agency over the last 2 years, getting things done. And, McCarthy, he's going to be that dude. And 3 years is the window right now where you can build a massive team around him. But eventually, once you pay him, hopefully by then he'll be a guy that you win because of versus a guy that you win with, right? Because you're going to have to skimp in some other spots to pay McCarthy. That's how it works. Speaking of how it works. So PFF put out their all PFF team, NFL's best players of the last 25 years. And of course, you think, okay, Randy Moss is obviously going to make the list, right? Randy Moss. But of course, no. So Antonio Brown, Julio Jones, and Tyreek Hill are the three receivers on the team. Also, honorable mention is Calvin Johnson. Now, on its face, you're thinking, okay, PFF just disrespecting the Vikings yet again. Randy Moss is the greatest receiver of all time, all that stuff, right? But I immediately understood why they left him off. Well, number one, PFF hates the Vikings, but also it says of the past 25 years. So 2001 to present. So of course Tom Brady's going to be in that mix, and by those guidelines, you're missing 98. Randy Moss's historic rookie season, also 99 and 2000, where the Vikings made the NFC title game 2 out of 3 years. Kind of crazy, but Randy Moss putting up some insane numbers during that time. 1999, 80 for 14, 13, and 11. He had 17 touchdowns in 98, 15 in 2000. Understand that. Now, also, what they sort of bury in there is that PFF didn't keep track of grades until 2006, right? So it's actually kind of disingenuous that they have their last 25 years, even though they've only been in business for like 19 years, right? But so basically, you completely discount the Vikings era as well as his time with the Raiders. Like, no fuss there with the Raiders, but Randy Moss was freaking sublime during his time with the Vikings. But basically, that's completely discounted because PFF didn't keep grades back then, and also apparently they didn't have cable. Apparently, they didn't have Fox 9 during that time. Just like, let's see how. Is Randy Moss, is that guy good? We don't know because we don't have grades because they don't exist till 2006. So, again, I mean, these other guys, respect to Antonio Brown on the field, respect to Julio Jones, Tyreek Hill on the field, as well as Calvin Johnson. Like, they did the damn thing, and they were in the right era for PFF. But, we could stand on business and just be like, this is BS. And it kind of is, because just get beyond the grades and just have some eyeballs, man. But, of course, the 25-year completely disregards his first 3 seasons, so it's whatever. Also, hey, speaking of guys drafted that didn't quite work out, so I love me some Hold Me Closer, Cameron Dantzler, 3rd-round pick out of Mississippi State, 2020. And, of course, Zimmer, never have enough corners, blah, blah, blah. And Dantzler, he weighed like 6 pounds, right? Also had a slow 40. Well, at the combine, he's fine as pro day. But, Dantzler had some moments with the Vikings, but it just didn't pan out. And also, he ended up on like 4 teams in like 3 months. It's kind of wild. But Dantzler is in the UFL, Memphis Showboats. Let's go. Cameron Dantzler, pick 6. I believe it was off of Kevin Hogan. So he's getting things going, man. All right. So Dantzler has talked about how he's looking for another shot in the NFL, and also how he admittedly, didn't take things as seriously first time around. So hopefully he gets another shot. Probably not going to be here, but you never know, right? But Dantzler, I think that he does have talent. He just was in the right frame of mind when he first started. So hopefully he get another chance. Hopefully he'll be on the 90-man somewhere and then go from there. Also, this is a great time for Minnesota sports. The Lynx are off to a great start. The Wolves, obviously, in the Western Conference Finals for the 2nd year in a row, as well as the Twins. Twins have won 13 games in a row. The Twins were ass, thank you, at the beginning of the season, but they've turned things around. And, hell, I'm kind of bummed because I was looking forward to, like, really cheap tickets all year. Because baseball isn't really a sport. It's just a mechanism where you can sit outside, have a beer, have a brat, or a hot dog. That's it. That's it. All right? But now tickets are going to be expensive. Oh, It is what it is, right? Also, the Vikings have the best roster in the National Football League. If JJ McCarthy is a B+ or above quarterback, Vikings win the Super Bowl. Woo! Going away. It's going to be times. But that's it. That's it. Vikings news dump for this beautiful, glorious, wonderful Sunday. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.